This doesn't depend on how pretty she is, how well she does her job, or how long they've been together. You two have known each other if you keep letting these actions happen from your partner. Whether she's your wife or your girlfriend or anyone in between, you two will never be truly happy today. Let's talk about some things that men do. Should never put up with from anyone. Know first. It doesn't matter who the person is. Don't put up with someone who makes you. If your partner is always making you feel bad about yourself, or if she puts you down or being mean to you, then I'm afraid it's time to stay away from them like the Stoics do. No one is free who is not in charge of themselves. In any kind of relationship, how you feel was a part of partnerships. About yourself can be very important, shaped by the ideas, and when your partner acts in certain ways, is important to know when your partner's acts are always wearing away how you feel about yourself and your worth. When she constantly puts you down or when someone uses bullying, it's not only hurts your confidence, but takes away the trust that was built. And respect is important for a healthy. No one should feel that way about a friendship less important or deserving in their presence to their partner. Stoic advice tells us that real freedom comes from taking charge of our own acts and the places she's in. This mastery is threatened by bad behavior. It's easy to tell when something is amiss by letting this kind of behavior go on. You give up your independence and let outside forces to tell you what to do. Happiness and a sense of self-worth by choosing to stay away from coming from a bad partner is an act of keeping yourself alive, is in a recognition of your natural worth, and not being willing to settle for less, more respect and love than you deserve. The choice isn't simple, but it's one of course makes it possible for personal growth and happiness in the how the Stoics said it. No one is free who is not in charge of himself. So if a relationship makes it harder for you to take charge of your life and thrive, take a brave step away and take back your freedom is good for your health and happiness. Are the most important things to focus on, else being lied to or cheated on by being with a partner is love and support that aren't okay. Defend treachery, because CIK says it's true, to be happy, you have to enjoy the time, without worrying about being dependent on the next time. If she gets the nerve to cheat, do yourself a favor and let it be evil. Deep cuts and no. No amount of love or help can make sense of such a breach of trust. True words from the past tell us that being happy comes from facing the present moment and not tying our good health to unclear futures. Infidelity breaks down the very foundation of a trusting relationship, and it's a clear breach of mutual respect. What you promised each other in your vows and your partner causing deep mental pain and damage that can't be fixed. The bond you used to love choosing to leave a partner who has breached your trust is a crime to protect themselves and self-respect, even if love is still there. If you let yourself stay in a only one relationship ruined by cheating, keeps the cycle of hurt going and takes away from your sense of self-worth. Wisdom helps us set priorities for our right now, happiness and health, by realizing the betrayal and making to get ahead without having to deal with eager to wait for a future that might never come. You take back control of your life and clear the way for real healing and growth. Giving up a partner who cheated on you isn't an easy choice, but it's one that gives you confidence and self-worth. In other words, you refuse to believe it. Give up on anything less than the truthfulness, dedication, and the respect you deserve in a relationship after being lied to. The things that CA said are very true. Being happy means living in the present. With courage and resilience, so do yourself a favor and have the guts to stay away from people who find it takes guts to break your trust. You owe it to prepare yourself to build a future on integrity means being honest and real. Happiness. Never put up with your partner looking for approval from other people by playing with her or showing her off. Any group that wants outside support is a risky game that leads to both sides will be unhappy if her self-worth depends on how much people like you. For some, it's just a matter of time. Before she does something really not okay to hurt or put down you, everything was done to get approval. And looking for approval from other people looking for confirmation from outside sources, especially when they flirt or putting on a show, can plant the seeds of unhappiness and instability in a getting together. It's a dangerous road that hurt and deception happen a lot when she looks for approval outside of the relationship. Whether through flirting behavior or outward signs of body, it breaks down trust and safety that ought to be the ground of any partnership. It means a basic lack of safety or feeling unhappy with yourself that if not stopped, can show up in not in harmful ways, where the danger lies only in the act of finding right now approval, but also in the chance for deteriorating behavior that will not be the way you feel and your health. Your sense of self-worth depends on the approval of other people. It's only going to be time to set limits before they are broken and hurtful things happen in the search of that acceptance, choosing to accept. This kind of behavior sets a standard that puts your own pride at risk, and pride in oneself. It's important to understand the underlying value and worth of you, and to expect the same amount of respect from her and never let her control your freedom and happiness. Because being a man is important and should be ruled by your own will and no one else's or someone else's. Ka's echoes in the ages, stressing how important it is taking charge of one's own life and not letting outside forces tell you what to do. It is one's way in a relationship, important to know when some rules are being broken and each person's freedom have been hurt. Whether your partner is your wife or girlfriend who lets her use control over what you do and what you decide is against the basic values of respect for each other and equality are healthy. The connection is based on help each other out and work together, letting someone else tell you what to do. Your choices and actions make you less valuable, stifles your sense of self-worth and growth and happiness for each person. Philosophy helps us remember that being happy means living in line with our own values and wants that don't bend to the will of another. It's important to make your freedom and set clear limits make sure that you and your partner can do well as people in the relationship while giving in, and cooperation is an important part of any partner. They should never get at the cost of your own happiness and well-being. It's important to talk to each other, being honest and firm with your partner, making sure that both sides' wants are met and wants and needs are respected and honored. In conclusion, be strong in what you believe in, and don't put up with anything that is bad for your health and happiness. Marcus Aurelius tells us that you have power over your mind, not outside of it. Understand this, and you will be strong. If you like what we talked about, please do not forget to tweet, like, and follow. To see more content, your attention aids. Let's keep coming up with useful ideas and talks about important things like connections and growth as a person. Glad you watched, and don't forget to put your happiness and freedom first. In every part of your life, I see you in